Yingtao is the only Michelin-starred Chinese restaurant in New York City. A lot of Americans assume Chinese food is takeout food. For us, we want to change people's minds and elevate it. I love the guest reactions to our food. I love when they ask me, like, what is a goji berry? What is a cordyceps mushroom? As a first generation Chinese American, I want to make food that speaks to who I am, still with Chinese flavors, but also done in a modern way. Hi, I'm Emily Yuen. I'm the executive chef of Yingtao restaurant. It is 8:45 and we're here at Po Wing and we're picking up dried goods for the restaurant. Hi, how's it going?
Good, how's it going?
Nice to see you. This is Sophia. She is the owner of Po Wing.
Well, second gen. That's my mom, actually. Hi, Mom. Say hi.
These dried scallops are the ones that I usually get for the restaurant. Dried scallops are really important to Chinese food because not only does it concentrate the flavor, I think in French food you think fresh is best, but actually dried scallops are like a huge part of Chinese preservation and history. In the past there's no refrigeration, but it concentrates the flavor. The methods they use, actually it is prized more than a fresh scallop. Well, I'm using these for my XO sauce. I would say it's an essential Chinese condiment. It still has a lot of umami, using a lot of dried shrimp and dried scallops. You can put it on anything. We use it at the restaurant to make it into a French-ish sauce. So I'm gonna go get some fish maw as well. Should we go around the corner?
Sure.
It is dried, it is the bladder, it has so much flavor. We use it for like our superior stuff. The one I was previously using, we were like a little bit strong. So I think this one was like a great gateway fish maw. I think my goal is to make people who are not Chinese like eat more of the delicacies that we're used to eating growing up.
Okay, so I think you want to get the goji berries as well, right?
Oh yes, it's just like garnish, but also on top of our wonton soup. I love people's reaction to it because they're like, usually they use it in like a smoothie. I think I need to pick up my cordyceps mushrooms, flowers. When people eat it, they're like, what is this? I really love that. That opens up a conversation about all Chinese ingredients as well. It has natural umami in it, so we just rehydrate it and put it in our wonton soup. It's really important to come here to talk to Sophia and her family. I can't really find these anywhere else. I can't just order online for these ingredients. I'm gonna bring all these things back to Yingtao so we can start our day. Welcome to Yingtao. We are a Chinese contemporary restaurant. We have about 38 seats and 9 at the bar. Today we have restaurant week and also our regular menu, so it is pretty hectic. Restaurant week is a way for New York restaurants to do, I would say, like a cheaper menu, shortened menu, 3 courses for $60 as opposed to our regular 7 courses for $150. This is, we call her Grandma Yingtao. She overlooks us. This is our owner, Bolin's grandma. The restaurant is named after her. We kind of like randomly pray to her, ask for good service, less dietary restrictions. Okay, so I'm gonna change it to my chef white. We just got in our A5 Miyazaki Wagyu, flown from Japan. It's on our supplements, so it's an add-on from our regular tasting menu. Maybe this side is better, actually. Oh my God, this is like $800, you know? It's crazy. So I'm gonna take this to our dry ager. So we have a dry ager because my dream is to start a Chinese charcuterie program. I'm gonna put it in. Here, I got some things started already. Our house-made lapchang sausage, which you typically never see, you always buy. Right here, we have some cured pork lap yolk. So it's like cured pork belly with a lot of spices, soy sauce, so it's been curing, it's almost ready. You'll see in here, this is our black cod that we dry age. Preserving and dry aging is like integral part of Chinese food and Chinese cuisine. Not only does it just preserve the food, but it concentrates the flavors. And for Chinese food, it's all about like layers of flavors. It's a lot of depth to it as well. So this is the black cod. We cut it up, dry aged it for a little bit. We're gonna marinate it. This is a ginger scallion marinade. Blended up ginger and scallion that we add a little bit of Shaoxing wine. So we wanna marinate the fish for about 30 minutes. When I transitioned into fine dining, I realized that each dish might seem simple, but you need like 20 different layers of what makes a perfect dish. When I took the job here, I already had 1 Michelin star, so it was a huge transition for me because I worked in fine dining before, but just as a line cook. This is the first time I'm running a Michelin star restaurant, so for me it was like a huge learning curve. We want to put the black cod just on the bed. We don't want to marinate the top because I want to keep it crispy. Because if we add extra moisture to the top, it's gonna not be as crispy when we sear it. So we're gonna leave this for about 30 minutes in the fridge, and then we'll come back to it in a little bit. Thanks, Chef. Well, now the fish is done, I'm gonna move on to some tomatoes for our scallop dish. We start the first course with these refreshing scallops with these tomatoes because I want people to open their palate with a spicy kick and also want them to realize what's coming, so they're either ready for the ride or they're not. So this is hoi mei. This is preserved plums. It's really good. I always eat one while we are cooking. It's kind of like it's like salty, like a drinking snack, I would say, even though I don't drink. We're putting some rock sugar in. Some lemon peels, water, so I'm gonna grab all that. Shit, do we have any more lemons?
Lemons.
Maybe no, right? Okay, let me make sure we put it on the order list. This is our board for the day where everyone puts down their orders, but obviously whoever took the last lemon forgot. Super annoying. So I'm gonna put it in now so we can make it for tomorrow. When life gives you no lemons, you use orange peel. Substitutions are like a normal part of every chef's day. Being able to think on your feet and adjust is like super important. I mean, I always say my job is problem solving and babysitting. So I'm gonna put some water in it and melt down the rock sugar. Using rock sugar because it creates a little bit more of a shine. It's a little bit milder. It's easier to control. I don't want it to be too sweet. So I'm gonna peel all these tomatoes because we don't have a prep cook today. So people think it's a pain in the ass, but I actually really love it. It's like therapeutic. I don't have to think about anything. I'm doing the same thing. And then it only takes about like 5 minutes before someone yells my name and ask me for something. So these tomatoes have been pre-scored and then blanched. I tell them to do a little bigger cut because marinade also enters the inside as well. I wish there was a shortcut to this, but there isn't. I think that's also what makes Michelin star food. You can't really do shortcuts. Whenever the cooks and I have a free second, we're peeling tomatoes. Right now it's on the restaurant week menu, so there's no free seconds. So I'm trying to help them out today by peeling tomatoes, get them started for the day. Because I think we are at, I'm gonna cry, 74 covers. When it's not restaurant week, it's probably about like 40 to 50 covers, but it just depends of what kind of season we're in. So I'm gonna be doing this for the next like half an hour to 40 minutes. And then I'm gonna check in on the wontons. Okay, so I'm gonna help Lynette. So Lynette's our owner. We're a little bit short-handed, so she's helping us today fold wontons. She's folding it into a form of a golden nugget. It represents prosperity, wealth, so hopefully you'll eat our wontons and you'll be young and rich.
Yeah, there are a lot of different wonton folds, and this is not the most efficient way. but we're folding it, like Chef said, into a golden nugget or golden ingot because we want to have a prosperous year. For Chinese food, it's not just about how good it tastes, but it's about what it represents.
So the filling is pork, shrimp, and then abalone sauce, 13 spices, garlic chives, white pepper, salt, and then also egg whites. So we whip it up so it's nice and bouncy. So the whole thing is capped off with a tableside pour of our superior stock. This is where I would say our superior stock gets highlighted the most. You can really like taste it, and a good tip for when you know you have a good Chinese stock is like you put your lips together and you have that like collagen, and if your lips are like sticky and go like, then like you know that the chef made a really good stock.
So you're saying you made a really good stock.
I made a really good stock. Of course I made a good stock. Okay, thank you so much, Lynette. Only 10 more dozen to go. I'm moving on. chicken feet, yellow chicken corn fed with head and feet on for the extra collagen. So we're gonna start washing all these upstairs so we can get ready for our superior stock. Our superior stock is probably about 5 of the dishes we use, from our egg custard to our sauces for fish. For the beef, we also use it as well to mix it in with our vyeoju. These chickens are really special. They're heavily corn-fed. It's really hard to find. So these are really essential to why our superior stock tastes so good. It's a lot more fat in it. It flavors the stock. It makes the stock taste so much better and rich. This is kind of like a French chicken stock or veal stock. We feature it in a lot of different ways. That's why it's really important that Chef Enrique or I make it. We don't let anyone else touch it, because if someone gets it wrong or something like that, I know it's a very simple thing, but it's also simple to mess up. We get chicken feet as well because it's all about that collagen. I want all that gelatinous body into the stock. So now we're gonna do a first blanch of that. So we wanna bring it up to a boil really quickly. You see this superior stock he started last night. This one is almost ready to go. You see that yellow fat on top? That's because of the corn-fed chickens. We end up using that to flavor rice. So that's like something that you should never throw away. This is going, we're gonna leave it until it brings to a boil. For my R&D project right now, I don't really have that much time or patience, but I'm gonna challenge myself and make my own century eggs. Let's go check on them in the wine fridge right now. My GM is not too happy that I put it in her wine fridge, but we're just gonna not tell her that. We're using the wine fridge because actually it's perfect temperature. I can't put it in the fridge because it won't ferment, and then I can't put it in my dry ager because it's a little bit too cold. Century egg is a fermented egg, so it's usually buried in clay and ash, and it's just a natural fermentation process. My R&D project right now is just making it a little bit crystal, so it's clear. I don't want it to be like black, so I figured out that if I'm able to ferment it a little bit less, it won't turn black on the outside and a little bit more palatable and visually appealing. I am just washing one off to check it. I just want to see what it looks like on the inside, how many more days. It's time for a check-in anyway. Oh, okay. So, really cool, but it's like starting to jelly around the outside. We're in the right direction, so I'm gonna peel the whole thing anyway and see. This is actually way cooler than I thought it was gonna be. This was what I always think about in my head. I can tell it's not totally ready. Inside it's a little bit liquid. That is so cool. I really want that pure century egg. And so I think it needs a couple more weeks at least. So I'm just gonna bury it in the corner here and just pray that my GM doesn't yell at me today. We're hurdling for service. So Niley has made a new dessert. So we're gonna try that out and see how that goes. Nelly has made this dessert because we wanted a new dessert seasonally. We wanted to change into something different. So we have 3, our GM, Lynette, our owner, and our pastry, Nayeli. So Chef Nayeli, can you explain what you made for us today?
So it's a sesame oil cake, sesame chantilly with the soy sauce caramel, red bean paste, and red bean ice cream with black sesame tuile.
Visually already, I think this is so much better than the first one. I'm super excited to try it. The taste was already almost there. So should we try? I think this is the first dessert I've ever had with sesame oil in it.
Yeah.
So,
Me too.
Right? What do you think, Lynette?
No, I really like the nuttiness of sesame. I like the thickness of it this time, but I would like a little bit more red bean in the ice cream. How is it during service?
Piping is already set beforehand, so as soon as the table's fired, all I do is the brush of the caramel and place the cake, and then just the red bean paste, and then quenelle the ice cream.
And then what about the prep side of things?
Prep side, it's a bit heavy. First I have to bake the cake and then make the cream, then I can build, and it has to be frozen enough for me to be able to get the clean cuts of the cake. As far as service goes, once I'm able to get that out of the way, it's pretty fast.
Let's put it on the menu.
Yeah, I think we're ready to go. If you can start prepping it and have it on the menu for this weekend. So
Let's go.
you did a good job.
Thank you.
It's about 4:15 now, so we're gonna have our pre-shift with our front of the house staff and brief them. Good afternoon. Okay, so how many do we have in the books for tonight?
We have a 74 tonight. We have 6 tasting menu and
No more urchin we can add on as a supplement, so only saving that
available for tasting menu.
yeah, tasting menu only. We did do a tasting with Nayeli today with the sesame oil cake. We will be rolling that out for this weekend, and you guys will have a taste of that. So,
Okay, let's survive day 3 restaurant week.
sounds good. All right.
Okay, happy
Thursday. Dear Grandma, please have a good service for restaurant week. Please, please. So we have about 15 minutes before service. I'm going to be doing last minute sauce checks, and then during service I'll be at the pass here and then checking all the dishes and making sure everything goes out on time and pushing the cooks. And one of the last things I like to do is FaceTime with my daughter.
Love you too.
Bye, see you later. Really close to 5, we're heading to a really busy service, so please get the out.